Hello, hello. So, shoop, shoop. Give me 1 second. All right. Hi, hi, hi. So my name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. I'm doing my weekend live stream. Let me just, no, that's not what I want. You guys, I'm really confused today. Just a little bit confused. Okay. Okay, I have so many windows open. It's a little bit confusing. It's gonna be okay, Emmy. It's gonna be okay. Hi, Amy. So I'm live both on YouTube and Facebook. I have quite a few things available today. Let me just look at what it is. Hold on, actually, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just copy this and pin it. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Brickale Miles. Hey, Brickale. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pin this mofo on Facebook. So let me just get back to YouTube. There's just something about saying YouTube instead of YouTube that I love. I really, really love it. All right. So now I ended up not taking a nap. It's freaking ridiculous. I ended up not taking a nap, and then I went and found my purple hair, and I put it on. And then I was like, I'm going live, motherfuckers. I'm going live. I didn't really say that to anyone. I said it to myself. But that's what happened. That's just how it went. So today we have quite a few things available. We are experiencing some insane ass Mercury retrograde bullshit. And I say that with as much passion as I can muster. Mercury retrograde bullshit. I'm going to be saying a lot of bad words today. But who said it's even bad? Is it bad, or is it just a word? No one really knows. Oh, I could do this. I could do it like this. Okay. Well, hello, Frey Day. Hello, Frey Daddy. Okay, back to focus. All right. So we have the Mercury retrograde enhancement. With this, a lot of people are really, really struggling because it's in that Pisces energy, and we all know Pisces is a little bit emo. I'm Pisces, so I can say that. Anyways, a lot of people are struggling with the process of purging old shit. I think Pisces are actually pack rats, emotional pack rats, emotional and energetic pack rats. I'm speaking the truth today. We're going to keep this real and raw. So the Mercury retrograde enhancement will help to re-energize, realign, and accelerate the purging process. Because let's face it, we don't want to be stuck doing this for any longer than we need to. Mercury is about to go direct, I think on the 28th of this month. Cannot come soon enough. But while we're here, you know, this is gifting us an opportunity to go ahead and process the things that we haven't been willing to process. Process it. The next, oh, you know what? I don't know if I put this on there. Hold on a second. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. All right. Let me see what I have on here. Oh, I did. I put it on there. So let me get back to my list of things I'm supposed to talk about. Past life retrieval. As you guys know, I do past life readings. But the difference is we're not just doing a reading for past life. I do past life retrievals and soul convergence. Okay. We're not going to be converging the soul, but we're going to be retrieving as much memory, soul memory, as we can. Now, I don't determine how much that is. It's your higher self that determines it. So what happens is we go ahead and allow higher self, your higher self, not mine. We allow your higher self to dictate exactly which life is going to be shared with you or how many lives. Sometimes it's more than one life that's shared. And what ends up happening is when you start to retrieve some of those soul memories, you can have a very real aha moment and recognize, you know what, some of the things I'm suffering through in this life is really not from this freaking life to begin with. And that's what helps. It greatly helps with that karmic bleed over. You don't continue to struggle with the things from previous lives into this one. And then we have, for the next expedite, mercurial Merkaba reconstruction and golden ray Merkaba activation. This is a biggie. This is seriously a biggie. This one is the bee's knees. So mercurial means like you're just swinging, dangling off of squirrels, nuts, swinging, dangling with your mood and your energy, and it's causing a lot of issues. It really, really is. So with this, the mercurial Merkaba reconstruction plus golden ray Merkaba activation, it helps us to process what arises during the Mercury retrograde. It induces the purging of that to clear space for golden ray energy. Golden ray energy is good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. So what ends up happening when we have all of that like crazy ass swanging, people tend to suffer some Merkaba damage, Merkaba injury. That's your one of your light bodies. And so when you experience that, some of the symptoms are discomfort or pain, physical discomfort or pain. Intense sadness, struggles at work, feelings of isolation, sleep pattern disruptions. Either you're sleeping way more than usual, you're sleeping way less than usual, you keep waking up at certain times, your sleep's just all fucked. And then I made a list. Sensitivity to light, sensation of being pulled or floating, especially from the top of your head. And sometimes that leads to feelings of vertigo, motion sickness, and the next thing is nausea, lightheadedness, an increase in talking to yourself. You've been talking to yourself? It feels weird just looking at words. And I don't even see myself on the screen. This is really weirding me out. Okay, hold on. Let's see. So I gave you guys the symptoms. When I go ahead and correct the Merkaba structuring and the directional spin, because the directional spin is pretty important, I return it back to the organic direction and structure. And so then that allows us to create an environment that will improve your symptoms. Excuse me. And it makes it possible for us to go ahead and do the golden ray Merkaba activation. Now, the golden ray comes from the Christ consciousness, that band of frequency that's tied to the Christ consciousness. Basically, once we activate this, you have access to way, way more. The golden ray is actually your archive of light, and that contains your unique divine destiny. It contains all the plans that you have in this life. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to access all of it. It just depends. If your higher self wants to let you, then yeah, you can. But if it doesn't, then no, you can't. So it contains your divine destiny, your blueprint. And then it also expands your capacity to access abilities. And the abilities you're already working on, it enhances those abilities. So, if you want to develop your abilities and enhance what you're developing, this is the way to go. This is the way to go. And of course, I also have Claire Tarots, different kinds. So we have the love, we have the general. I don't know if I removed the career. We might have left the career. I don't know. You have to check. So I left the link up. Mercury's kicking my ass. And I'm kind of, Amber! Hi, Miss Hurst. Hello, you've been on my mind. Quite a lot, quite a lot. So let's see. Let me just look. And you guys, my comments get stuck on Facebook like pretty bad. Pretty bad. I also give away prizes on YouTube. So join me on YouTube if you'd like, or not. It's up to you. Let me see. So I think, hold on, let me get out my iPod. Ow. I know it's not an iPod. It's an iPad, but I like to call it the iPod. I don't need that. All right. What do you mean, no? You know who the heck I am? That's fucked up. Hold on, guys. I just ruined. Ah! What is going on? Oh my God. What is. Okay. Hold on, guys. All right. There we go. I'm really not feeling this iPad stuff. I'm just really not. If we're going to be really, really honest, which I'm always really, really honest. All right. That's not even it. Why does it not recognize my finger, but it recognizes the pencil? And last night it wasn't recognizing the pencil, but it was recognizing my finger. How about I use my middle finger? You recognize that? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let me just calm myself down. All right, this is from Melissa Bernard, Past Life Retrieval. Okay, yes, definitely. And then a bioscan. Oh, okay. Let me just. Stick that up there. All right. No, we're not. We're radiating the head. Okay. Let's just leave it alone. Just leave it alone, I mean. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. All right. So, Melissa, let's go ahead and shall I scan you first? Shall I scan you and see what's going on? And maybe that leads to the past life reading. Or shall I do the past life reading first? What would you like, Melissa? Because, let's see. Let me sip some boba. All right. Michael's laughing because I actually showed restraint. I was going to say, now that I've chewed on some squishy balls, let me get started. All right. But I didn't say it. And he's like, you just defeated the purpose because you said it. All right, Melissa, let's go ahead and do the scan first, she says. Breathe. That was Azazel. I have to check inside your cranial space for any implants, okay? Your higher self gave permission for extraction. You might feel pulsing in your head. You had an implant at the base of your skull, just right of your spine, like right where your hairline touches the neck, just to the right of the spine. Okay. It seems like a connection. It was near the back of the ear, but then it shifted to just to the side of the spine. It was behind the ear first. But it seems like old relationships, old ties, and these are not romantic relationships. These are very unhealthy, toxic, I guess you could say friendships from recent. They're coming up and needing to be addressed. I can't quite discern if what it reads like to me is the individual, or actually 2 or 3 individuals. They're discussing you. There's 2 and then there's 1. They're discussing you. And looks to be because they can no longer access you. They can no longer manipulate or keep tabs. They're very frustrated. And I find it interesting that they get frustrated at the same time. I don't think they're coordinating this. The one thing I found about demonic motherfuckers is that they don't work well together. They'll team up if it'll benefit them, but they don't actually work well together. And so this is not something they're actually coordinating. It just so happens they're these 2 separate groups are experiencing their irritation at the same time, which I don't think is I don't think that's coincidence at all. I think it's part of shadow work that you're doing or needing to do. She said, good, let them be frustrated. It's even worse. For real. Okay, so let me ask your higher self what past lives it would like to share. So let's see. Hi, Faith. Let's see. This is interesting. It's like every life that I've accessed of yours before, like whenever you do past life stuff, it's like you're forever working. It's always a soul mission. It doesn't seem like I ever get anything that's just kind of, well, now I'm way to prove me wrong. So at first I'm shown what looks like an Arctic sort of environment, and you're wearing what looks kind of like a parka. And these, it's almost like goggles made of leather, and there's just a slit. So everything is kind of just white or like ivory color. And I'm assuming this is to keep you from like being blinded by all that light. What I can't figure out though is it seems like this is warm weather, not Arctic. So the heavy parka looking outfit you have on, it actually helps to keep you cool versus keep you warm. So that's rather odd. And right when I said that I always only ever really see you working, your higher self then began to share what looks like a beach. And your twin is here, which is odd for me, as you can already. I'm asking your higher selves, what is it that you'd like to share? Oh, okay, that's very interesting. So your higher self and your twin's higher self are, I know it's making me tear up too. You guys are kind of like arm in arm, standing beside each other. And it's basically this message of, you know, hang in there. It's going to be just a little bit more, but hang in there. It's this feeling that you guys are both experiencing the start of another cycle of a dark night of the soul. This one might be more intense. It might be more intense, and it's just starting. So with that, you know, you're probably going to feel a little bit more lonely than usual, a little bit more emotional, a lot darker. Most of this is his work that needs to be done. It feels like it's his cycle that's kicking off. You needed to go through the cycle first. You felt that coming on too. Yeah. You went through it last year so that you could be prepared this year to energetically help your twin process whatever's about to happen. It looks like it's something big, something very gut-wrenching. So with that, that kind of should help you to understand why things are seeming to be out of place or out of sorts within your mind and your heart. It's not necessarily you, it's more of the twin, and you're kind of just morally supporting in an energetic way. Okay, Melissa, this is going to be a really intense cycle, very intense. I'm asking if your higher self has any other messages it would like to share. She says something about tonight. I think you had quite a bit of downloads happening last night during sleep, and tonight you're going to have even more. Okay, definitely be ready for that. Make sure that you either leave your phone by your, the side of your bed or a notebook to document whatever you remember, because it's going to be gone very quickly. Okay, it's definitely going to be the whatever little bit you recover or retain when you wake up will probably be forgotten rather quickly. Okay, and these are things that you really need to process in order to be ready. I don't know what that means. I don't really like the way that sounds or feels, but you're going to have to be ready for the both of you. And I'm kind of like, I got you, boo. And your higher self is like, no, this is just for us to take care of. I didn't like that. What do you mean? But I want to help. Am I part of that us? I want to be part of the us. Melissa, can I be part of the us? Okay, your higher self says no. Let me just stop before she like really gets all. I hope that helps you, Melissa. I really, really do. All right, so now we have Mamie. Okay, Mamie Carlson. We have past life retrieval. All right, Mamie, are you here? Mamie. Hi, Desi. All right, Mamie's here. So let's see what's going on. Ooh. This is making my ear hurt. Hold on. Okay, Mamie. Okay, when you were little, were you really drawn to the three kings that came and brought Jesus, baby Jesus, presents in the manger? Were you really drawn to that? Because there's just like a funny little detail that your higher self is sharing. I don't know how funny this is. I guess I'm trying to laugh because it's kind of making me uncomfortable. You were, okay, because you were one of them. Surprise! You were one of the three kings. Digest that a little bit. Digest that a little bit, girl. Which one are you more drawn to, frankincense or myrrh? I think you were the one that was bearing both. Your higher self was like, both, silly, both. So yeah, you were one of the three kings that came and gifted Jesus with things. I don't know too much about them, but I'm being told right now, and when I say that, I mean, I don't know anything about them, aside from like, I went to Catholic school and every Christmas we would have to do a play of baby Jesus in the manger. And because, the whole Mary thing, I'd always be Mary. Why is it gotta be a pregnant girl? But anyways, that's all I really know about it. It seems like what I'm being told and shown is that they actually were highly gifted. they researched for quite some time exactly the astrological positioning, and they didn't really know what they were coming to find. And I'm getting goosebumps. They didn't know what they were looking for, but they knew that it underneath, or where the, you know, X marks the spot, they were going to find a royal. And so that's, you know, oh, what? Yellow Puke Road. Oh my God, I'm going to vomit. She says they're said to be great astrologists. Their remains are in Cologne, where I lived for 3 years in the cathedral. Okay, well, that's confirmed then, because I see what looks like equipment fashioned out of metal. And it looks like it should be very advanced for their time, like measuring things. And then they had a whole bunch of what looked like maps written on papyrus and vellum. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, you were one of them, Mamie. You were one of them. I'm being told to let you know you're part of the crew that always comes whenever a fractal of that lineage comes down. So you're like a supporting. When my son was 5, he's like highly advanced, right? When he was 5, he used to break down the members of the family into what they were. If his life was a movie, or what, you know, that's the protagonist. Supporting character, you know, all of that. So you would be one of the main supporting characters. Whenever the Jesus, the Mary Magdalene energy, they were the same. They were twin rays. But whenever that twin ray pair comes down, and they are, I've found several, but they are here on this plane, kind of wandering around. And I'll tell you guys this right now, they're homeless. The ones that I found are homeless. Think on that, how you dismiss homeless people. Jesus and Mary came back, and they're homeless by choice. By choice. And so, yeah, whenever they come down, a select group, doesn't make us superior, but a select group always comes down as like supporting characters, and we cross paths with them, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly, but you're part of that, Mamie. You're part of that. Let me see what else it was. Okay, we needed to. Oh, okay. Mamie, this ascension cycle that you're in is to prepare you to meet one of the shards. I don't think it's one of the shards that I know. I think it's a new shard that's just arising, slowly beginning to accept what lineage they're from. So that's fascinating. I want to meet them too. All right, Mercurial Merkaba reconstruction, golden. Okay. All right, Mimi, go ahead and breathe very deep and very slow. If you're ready. So, oh, you want to know what a shard is? So sometimes this is done for like a security measure. Sometimes it's just because the essence of that being wants to experience life in this time in a more efficient way. So there are times where one being is broken up into several, and then they become shards of that one, and they experience things separately yet together. One of the things that helped me confirm that two of the homeless individuals that I know, they've never met, that they indeed are a divine pair, Mary and Jesus pair. The female messages me and is like, oh God, you know, I have such a pain in my rib. It was like, where they stuck the spear. And just as and I said that jokingly because she was just like, you're so crazy. I am not. I am not. That's just crazy. And I was like, okay, whatever. But right as she's texting me that, in another chat box, the male is messaging me, my old wounds are flaring. It's like, the spear one? Tell me it's the spear. He's like, yes, do you feel it too? And I said, no, well, I got to show you this. And then I took a screenshot and both their chat boxes were open. And I kid you not, it was the same time they're messaging me about the same wound. And I was like, y'all know too much. I can't right now. I got to homeschool. And I closed out the chat box. Like, I can't. I just can't right now. This is too much for my brain. They're not twins. Shards aren't necessarily twins. Those two are a twin pair, though. Not necessarily twin ray, but a twin pair. So it's just, yeah. All right. Hi, Gigi. Okay, Mamie, we're going to get started with you. Maybe your higher self is asking me to assist. There's a few structural things going on around the heart space. I'm being asked to take them down, okay? So I'm gonna send quite a bit of sedation to your chest. You might still feel like dull thuds to the chest, okay? Deep inhale. Slow exhale. You might start to get dizzy. You might feel like you're being spun. I'm checking the directional spin. I want you to sing to yourself. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You might start to feel as though your feet are getting swept up, okay? It's almost complete. Everything's set. Just finishing the sequence. All right, how do you feel, Mimi? So we're just going to let Mimi finish her experience. Kalia, is that how you say your name? Kalia Sky O'Donnell. The chills are going bonkers off the Mary thing. Mary and Jesus. That's awesome. Because it's the truth. The left side of your head feels off. Breathe. Your crown was tilted. So the left side was resisting a little bit when it came to accepting some of the information that I had just shared with you. But it's now correcting itself. How do you feel now, Mimi? You're welcome. Does it still feel a little too off? Want to make sure that we have that regulated just right before I move forward. Definitely do some research on the kings. I see you wearing a very prominent head covering. And it looks like silken. I also see you with a lot of like purple shades. Oh, wow, mirrors. It was 338 at 68%, 6.8 and 6.8. That's awesome. But, oh, mirrors here, 54% at 339. So 9339. I love that. So maybe it's the feeling I'm being given is that you were the primary one that led or instructed the others, excuse me, regarding celestial events. It also, I don't know how this ties in. Are you drawn to Tibet or Nepal? Are you drawn to the Tibetan monks? Because I don't know if they came, something like Tibetan monks traveled the distance to communicate with you, to learn about astrology, or if you incarnated as one. And to be honest, it almost feels like you incarnated as, what is it called? Like, you weren't the Dalai Lama, but beneath that, it's another very elevated stature. You follow the Dalai Lama. I think you lived with them, girl. This one I know a little bit about. I know that when one of their elevated people, because I can't remember the name of it, it starts with an R, Riphorn or something like that. I don't remember. But when they pass away, the group is able to calculate what general area and when that person will be reborn. And I think you helped to create that system. To be completely honest, I think you're the one that taught them how to do that. Oh, I'm getting so many chills. Oh my God. Oh my God, Mamie. You taught them how to do that. Okay. Now I'm about to cry. I'm not even joking. You taught them how to do that. What the actual hell? Mamie, you taught them how to accurately geolocate a soul as it incarnates back into flesh. You need to teach me astrology. You need to tap into that and help me understand, because I don't understand my Capricorn Pisces mess. Oh my God, this is insane. She says, holy crap, seriously? That does resonate. Yeah, no, yeah, seriously. Because I was like, that's pretty cool. And so I was watching a, well, no wonder. Oh my God. I watched this maybe 2 years ago or maybe 3 years ago. It was just some random, no, it was in 2016. It was in 2016. I was watching some random documentary about how they track they track the birth. And so they know the general region, like what village area the person will be reborn in and around the general time. So they go back, they go to that region and they see who was born around that time. And then they bring those children back to the, I don't know, the monastery or whatever. And they have these certain artifacts, these items that belong to the individual in the previous life. And they have a whole bunch of things, and the children are supposed to pick which one are drawn to them. And they know that they found the right hosting vessel when the child picks everything that once belonged to them in the previous life. I'm getting chills. Mamie, you taught them that. They still do that. They still do that to this day. Ooh. I'm so... mind blown. All right, let me just calm myself down. Let me look. Mamie's okay. Mamie's okay. Let's go ahead and check. Okay, Jessica Barr, Mercurial Merkaba reconstruction. She says, yes, give me all of that. That hurt. Oh my God, share this with your mom. Seriously. Tell me what she says. All right. I'm going to co-create some great, oh, there we go. We're going to co-create some greatness. All right. Jessica Barr. She's here. Sorry that I'm yelling. Sorry that I'm not sorry. Wow, 33% at 345, 33345, 99. Sorry. All right, Jessica. I have to spin you very fast. Have a seat. It's going to spin and take you really high, okay? Something's on your shield. Breathe. How do you feel? Nine is your life path number? What? So if I look at the clock right now, it's 44% at 3:49. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. 6 plus 9, sorry. Okay, before I get all up in that, how do you feel? Sheeman, I was just looking at your message. All right. So we're gonna bring Jessica back down. You okay, boo? Feeling like I went on the fastest graviton ride. Yes, it's like that. Fastest gravitron ride ever. You weren't kidding about the spinning fast. Feeling good. Feel like more sensations will be trickling in. Yes. It will definitely be more sensations. You have quite a few large packets of energy headed your way. It seems as though something was trying to siphon energy out. It wasn't in your field. It was attached to the outside. It looked like some sort of like a device so that the being wasn't actually there and was siphoning energy. I think you know who this is. I'm pretty sure you know who this is. Hold on. Okay. Roller coaster ride. Yeah, you'll definitely be feeling more sensation. So, okay. So just be ready for that. Be ready. 3 little birds just by your doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. So Bobby, you're up. Bobby Reed, Mercurial Merkaba. Let me just move this. Bobby, are you on Facebook or YouTube? So those who are with me on YouTube, thank you for joining. Please do like this video with a thumb. The thumb has to go up, not down. Thumbs up. And subscribe to my page. I go live throughout the week and give away all kinds of stuff. So Bobby. All right, Bobby's here. You're dancing to my singing. 3 little birds sits by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry. I gotta listen to this ad because I don't want to pay for the app. Give me 1 second. Bobby, breathe very deep and very slow.
She jumped before.
All right, here we go. Can you face it slightly towards me?
She should never face it to you. You don't want that in your face.
All right. You might start to get dizzy, okay? Your axis is slightly tilted. If you're sensitive to energy, I would suggest getting off the live for a few seconds. Bobby, I'm going to use a very large percussive blow to knock you back into your axis, okay? If you're sensitive to energy, you may feel this like a sledgehammer. Let me send some sedation. I'm seeking out any energetic injuries caused by the percussive blow. If you're in the audience and you sustained injuries, I will be correcting and reversing that. All right. How do you guys feel? You feel okay, Bobby? Jessica, no. No, Jessica. No middle fingers. No, no, no. First you tell me no, 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 no. Then you tell me yeah, 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 yeah. Then you tell me no, 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 no. Then you tell me yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no. Then you tell me yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no. Then you tell me yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Yes, that's right, Tony. Beyonce. Your neck popped. Woo, you okay? Are you all right? Doing mild adjustments. All right. Everything's realigned. Bobby, do you feel better? All right. Man, this wig's getting kind of hot, guys. It's getting kind of hot. Yes. Yeah, she feels amazing. So amazing. All right. So let's see. Caroline Jolie. Self-retrievals. Oh. Okay. Caroline, we're going to go ahead and see what your higher would like to share. Caroline. Okay, good. Had a bit of pressure in your head, but now it's gone. Awesome. Awesome. So let's see what your higher self wants to share. Okay. This is weighing heavily on your soul. Quite a few of your lives, you did some very dark things. You participate in some very dark things. It's not because you're an evil person, though. You needed to experience those lives. You really, really did. I'm being shown quite a bit of like medieval times, a lot of like brutality. I'm also being shown quite a bit of like gladiator, like involvement in that. I'll tell you right now, this is what your higher self is sharing with me, and it's important to your higher self that you understand this. All of those lives were very violent, very brutal. It was just a very violent and brutal time. Humans are brutal. They just are. Doesn't mean they're bad. They just don't always know how to behave, okay? So you had to experience those times because in this life, you're going to be very much challenged. And you wouldn't be ready for the types of challenges in this life had you not first been prepared in those lives. Also, with the things that have happened in your galactic lives, I'm being shown one of the wars that you were involved in. It's showing, your higher self is showing that there was still quite a bit of pent up aggressive energy. And they knew that it would be okay for you to incarnate into a body, a human body, and use that aggression here on earth, which I don't quite know what that means, to be completely honest. But that you had to do that. I'm asking your higher self for more details. Higher self is sharing with me that one of the most recent was in one of the world wars. Did I already do a reading for you in the past where you like to eat bread? Or was that someone else? I think that was someone else, but oh my God. Who was that I did that reading for? Do you guys remember? I think it was it Kim Evans? Mm-mm. It wasn't that life. It wasn't that life. How long did that war go on for? World War II. Okay. See, this is what, yes, a guy was a baker. World War II was 6 years. What was the span of time between World War II and World War I? And I'm wondering if the timelines, I think it was Kim Evans. I think it was. I don't remember who it was, but for the one who was the baker and lived in Paris, you were a baker and you were taken and then you were later executed. Yellow Puke Road, you were the one that executed them. find who that is. And then it wasn't long after that, after you executed that person, that you actually ended up dying. And then you came back as the kid who was in a camp for some time and then shot in the head. So as you can see, it flips back and forth, back and forth. But you still have quite a bit, well, in this life, you're managing that very well. You don't have really any like aggression type issues. You have a very gentle but firm energy. So I think in this life, you've kind of balanced it out. But try and find out who that is, and see how that kind of comes together. Okay. Was it on Instagram? All right, Insta people. Was it Brick Ale? Oh my God. I could have sworn she was on here earlier. You have some eaten back anger though. Say Jesus Christ. Sheeman says World War I ended in 1918. World War II started in 1939. That is, find out when that, let me look. Let's see. The raid was, let's see. Hold on, let me just. My head hurts. I'm gonna be honest. My head hurts. I can't computate all of this. It's making me feel really dizzy and nervous. But try and find it, okay? Try and like see if you can find how it fits together. Don't try and force it. If you find how it works, then you find how it works, or I could be wrong. But definitely try and just process that. I get the impression that you definitely go back and forth between very positive, very negative experiences, life experiences. So yeah. Oh, girl. Are you having a hard time processing it in this life? Well done. I think all the bad moments really are the ones that you're needing to process. Those were the ones where you created tremendous amounts of frequency through trauma. So if you address those things with trauma, then you'll have less of that bleed over. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. I hope that gives you a little bit more clarity, Caroline. All of those, quite a few of your previous lives were very brutal. Not necessarily you committing brutalities, but you also experiencing them being done to you. So past life appears in your South Node in your natal chart. Okay. She can definitely look that up and see. I don't know much about astrology. I tried to learn, and all I learned was that my higher self is a little bit slutty. and my chart told me this. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know how to read natal charts. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Sarah Holmes. So Sarah would like a bioscan. Sarah, is there anything in particular that you want scanned? Just waiting for Sarah to show up. That might be why you're scared of violence. Hi, Kathy. All right, Sarah is here. Is there anything in particular you want scanned, or you want me to do a general scan? Oh, wait. And a past life. Let's see, whatever my higher self needs me to know. Yeah, I just saw the past life retrieval. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so let's see. Do you get weird sensations at the top of your chest, just to the right of your sternum? So here's the sternum, and then to the right of it. It's this, I was like, it looks like you had such a blunt force trauma right there. And I looked deeper into it, and it looks like past life stuff. Do aliens scare you? This feels like Neanderthal times. Like very, yeah, they scare you, or yeah, you feel weird things there. I'm just waiting for her to clarify for me. So basically what I'm being shown, and this has stayed with you for quite some time, right up here, you had a run-in with a galactic being. I don't know what it is though. It's just commotion, and it feels like you're masculine in this life, a male, and like this, and something's coming at you, and then you have like a fairly large, primitive looking spear. It's like maybe like a sapling or something that was straightened out, or a branch or something that was straightened out, and one of the ends turned into a point. It was fire hardened, and you're holding it, and it's commotion, and then it looks alien to me. Like something about it doesn't look or feel human. I don't see its face. I just see arms, and the arms are kind of elongated, and right up here is a lot thicker, and then everything is super skinny, and the fingers are very skinny too, very long and skinny. And it took your spear and shoved it into your chest. I don't know what this is. You have weird sensations and pain there. Girl, this is kind of freaking me out. The fuck is this? Okay, I will just say this because I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to really wrap my mind around it. The feel that I'm being given is that you are there. You were a native, basically a native species to Earth, Neanderthal. Well, they're not really. Okay, I don't want to get into the semantics of it. It seems like you were Neanderthal. And what ended up happening was a galactic race came and seeded. They needed to kill off the males in this particular tribe and impregnate the females to test out whether or not the Cro-Magnon, the modern human, which is a hybridized version of the Neanderthal, would carry to term. This is just so weird to me. So you had experience with the fallen and the Nephilim. Very interesting. So you still carry that there, because when it used your spear to penetrate your skin, it also sent up like a wave of energy, and it just crushed. It's like a percussive blow inside the chest, and it actually was hard enough that it severed one of the main, I guess it's an artery leading to the heart, and that's what you ended up dying from. Now this is really interesting. I'm told that that was allowed to, you experience that so you could retain the coding, specifically to be able to detect when one of them is near you. Are you sensitive to when, yeah, she goes, I've never been a normal person. I knew that, boo. When you're involved in this type of memory, yeah, no, I'm sorry, you're not normal. You're not average. But what I'm getting is that you actually can detect when a presence is around, and specifically the negative archons. You have a built-in detector. You can feel when they're around because you have their coding. Why is this important though? Sorry, I had to get every last squishy ball. Sarah, do you feel when things are around? Because the impression that I'm being given is that there's sections of your coding that need to be activated. Oh, she says, yes, I can. Okay. Give me 1 second, okay? Have you been experiencing a large amount of anxiety lately? Like this feeling of, oh, something there, and then you look and nothing's there? Your family thinks you're just crazy. You know, you're not. Trust me, you're not crazy. You're far from crazy. You're very cognitive of what's going on. Yes? Okay. Higher self is having me tell you that you are in fact Blu-ray. So you probably have been wondering that. You're getting that confirmed right now. You are Blu-ray. You've been 64%. at 422. So 6, 4, 4, 4. Sorry, that amused me. That amused the shit out of me. 6, 4, 4, 22. Okay, because that breaks down in so many different ways. So it could be like 6, 4, 4, and then 4. Or you could do the 4, 4 plus 22, so then it'd be 6, 6, 6, which is not an even number. Okay. But anyways, Sarah, going back to Sarah, you guys have to like reel me back in when I go on my tangents like that. So Sarah, you are Blu-ray. For Blu-ray, it has a tendency, not always, some Blu-rays can activate themselves, but there is a tendency for them to struggle with self-activation. So your higher self is suggesting, encouraging you to have a Blu-ray activation, okay? It's definitely suggesting that you have a Blu-ray activation. You can find that on my website. See how that resonates with you, and then decide if you want to book a session, okay? But that's kind of what's going on right now. Well, I didn't even explain to you what's going on. I got caught up with the numbers. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, so the numbers correlate to this. It's 65% at 423, which could either be 65, mirroring 6 plus 4 is 6, or 2 plus 5 is 5. No, 2 plus 3 is 5. So there's a component missing, which ties into the whole Blu-ray thing. Like you're almost there, but there's a component missing. So the Blu-ray activation is what your higher self is saying. Okay, let me just finish scanning you for any other things. Have you been having an issue with your tailbone? Your very low back? Tailbone, very low back, very low back. I don't know why I've been singing like that. It's so freaking obnoxious. I like it though. I like it. And then look, 66% at 424. So that could be 66 and then 4 plus 2 for 4 hour and 20 minutes. 4 plus 2 is 6, or 2 plus 4 is 6. Components still missing. You always feel confused as to what you're supposed to be doing or your purpose. Blu-rays often feel that way. When you're not in full alignment with what your higher self is trying to get you to do, you usually feel confused, directionless, like a square peg trying to enter a round hole. Yeah. Ooh, Steph Gates. 624. Okay. Your low back hurts. There are energetic blockages in the sacral area. And what is going on is your Kundalini is having some issues with rising up. That's probably why you're being suggested to have a session. There's a couple of blockages that were set into place quite a while ago. And these blockages are making it very difficult for you to overcome a little bit of a hurdle, okay? I think probably after you have a little bit of assistance with it, you'll be able to go back to doing all of that energetic work on your own, okay? So I hope that helps you, Sarah. I thought I was done, but your higher self was like, can you check my wing? Have you been having some weird discomfort in your left shoulder blade? Thank you, Bethany. Do Blu-rays feel restless? Oftentimes, yes. Oftentimes Blu-rays feel very restless, like there's some impending something or other. So, yeah, Sarah, do you feel discomfort in your left shoulder blade, lower inside portion? Your left wing is missing. Something attacked you very recently. So, with your permission, your higher self has already given permission. I just want to make sure your conscious mind is also given permission. I'd like to set a perimeter around you. Yeah, it's, girl. Both sides hurt. Is it primarily the left? Because what's going on is that's why you've been like getting somewhat freaked out about, is something there? Is something trying to do harm to you? Those type of feelings, because something already did and you're waiting for it to come back and do more damage. Oh shit, she says, I feel like I was attacked, but not sure from what. Are you in my Kokoro classes? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and create a perimeter around you so that you can have time to decide what you wanna do in regards to fully addressing it. But I don't like the feeling. You just heard something in the audio. What'd you hear, Erin? Because sometimes things get recorded in the audio. Freaked you out, didn't it? Oh my gosh. No, you're not. For some reason, I thought you were. I was going to say, look over the old parasitic stuff, but, well, sometime soon, I'm going to be starting another parasitic cycle. But yeah, it was like a bleep and a voice. Could you hear what the voice said? No, you know, I was live on Instagram and someone's demons were talking shit to me. And someone was like in the audience was like, oh my God, I actually heard it. I was like, you heard that shit? That's why I fucked your ass up. I was so mad. All right. So Sarah, I'm going to create a protective perimeter around you. Okay. So breathe very deep and slow. This is not going to last indefinitely, but at least this way you'll have a little bit of, you know, I guess peace, okay? A little bit of quiet for yourself. So I hope that helps. Walter! Rachel, could you please message Walter Krikora? Let him know that I will be taking care of him next if he's not on right now. He might not be on right now. So if you could message him for me and let him know, I'll take care of him next. Okay. Thank you, Boo. So let's see. Next is Jennifer K. Past life retrieval. Jennifer K. You're welcome, Sarah. Jennifer K, are you on YouTube or Facebook? Ah, Walter's here. Sorry. So annoying. That sounded ugly. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead. Okay, let me take care of Walter because there's such a huge lag on Facebook that I'm sure he answered when I first asked if he was here, and I'm just now seeing it. All right, Walter. Man, whoo, your energy has me super duper hot. Hot girl, what you want? Satisfy me. Okay. So just breathe very deep and slow. You guys, as soon as I'm done with Walter, I'm going to be shutting down the link. If you'd like to purchase an expedite, please do so now. Once the link is shut down, it's shut down. All right. We're almost going to start. All right. There's a presence in your field. Breathe. You're going to start spinning extremely fast. You might get dizzy, okay? You might also feel yourself lifting. How do you feel, Walter? So there's a huge lag on Facebook. So we just, yay! Walter said much better. Walter, Tony G says, Walter feels awesome. Are you sleepy now? You got lifted to a higher level of frequency, so you feel more astral, and that will definitely make you feel more sleepy. Try your best to rest, though, okay? So thank you, Walter. Be safe while you're out there. All right. Now is Jennifer K. Oh, let me shut down the link real quick. Hi, Crystal. Let me go back. All right, there we go. So Jennifer. Good night, Walter. Okay, let me not listen to songs like this. It's all ass twerk. No, stop it. You're not twerking nothing. All right. Jennifer's here. So past life reading for Jennifer. So breathe very deep and very slow. Let's see what your higher self shares with us. Oh, whoa. This is a galactic life. You're very small. Like very, very small. You almost look toddler-like, but there's something about you that does not feel like a toddler. Guys, please don't message my page while I'm live because I've told Rachel not to answer messages while I'm live. She needs to help me while I'm live. So hold on really quick. I tried to look up what this species is. I don't know what name to look up. You don't look like a little gray alien, but you're about the size of like a small little gray alien. It's like the size of a toddler, maybe like a 3 or 4-year-old. And you look more human, but something about your face just doesn't look human. You have a humanoid face. Your eyes. You have barely any white to your eyes. The pupil, not the pupil, the iris is very huge. What color is that? It's almost like short hair, yes. Toddler size with short hair. You have lighter colored skin. You don't look like a gray. It looks kind of human, but not quite. And I don't think you're a toddler at all. You have too much, 80% 444. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Anyways, you feel very grown and very mature, very, very wise. So I don't feel you're a toddler, like at all. I feel like you're actually, this is your full size, your full grown size. You're in that forest, very ancient forest. It's not the forest that you're used to though. This is a very, very ancient forest with trees that are super huge. It predates the forest that you're familiar with the canopy and stuff. It predates that. This is the original. I think what you are familiar with is what was left over. I still don't quite remember exactly how or why the trees disappeared in that forest, what changed it. But you didn't leave. Most things left after whatever it was happened. I'm assuming it's something ridiculously traumatic because it always makes me very, very sad trying to remember it. And so I just leave it alone. I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to know. But you stayed. What your higher self want you to know this for? Can you say that again? Hold on, I have to look this up. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. No, I don't think it's that. Jennifer, I don't know what race this is, but it's a race that always incarnates to assist Gaia. It's not fairy. It doesn't come from the Devic realm. It is galactic, but also ancient, meaning it's not just alien. It predates alien civilizations. It predates any civilizations. It's when the forest was still fully intact. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but that movie Avatar, their mother tree, there once used to be a forest full of trees just like that. Huge, huge trees that provide the sustenance that we needed. Every being, it knew all of our names. Creation wasn't as expansive back then, so it knew all of our names, and we were like children that played at the foot of the trees, and they protected us, they sheltered us. Oh my God, 84% of 448. And it's 4:48 p.m. at 62%. So that's 8,448, 84448. I love that. I'm satisfied. Shit, the time changed. Wait. The time changed. Anyways, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there was a forest, very, very ancient. All of the ancient ones in their childhood played in this forest. You come from this forest. You definitely come from this forest. She's not saying why she's sharing this info, just that you need to know. Yeah, she doesn't say why. She just that you need to know. It's time you knew is what I'm saying. It's time you knew. That's what I hear. Let me ask her flat out, like, why do you need to know? Okay, this makes me a little bit nervous. She says, the time to know is now to prepare you for what is coming. I know it's hard not to cry when this type of topic comes up, these memories. But whatever your soul purpose is, it's activating. It's going full active. I don't know what's going on with Gaia. I purposely don't watch the news. And it seems like there's an event. It's a pretty significant event. I don't know if it'll actually be covered by news or if it's something trying to be hidden, but it's a pretty significant event. It's going to shift things, and sounds like you're needing to be ready to help counteract whatever that event is. So this is a tall order. I know you're asked to do a lot of things that are, it doesn't seem fair that you carry so much on your shoulders, but your shoulders are absolutely strong enough to carry it. Okay. So remember that, Jennifer, your shoulders are strong enough to carry whatever load is placed upon them. So next we have Melissa Bernard for the Mercurial Merkaba. Oh my. Oh my God, I didn't. Melissa, I did not. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I forgot to do it. So thank you for reminding me. I probably need another reminder. Grr. Okay, so let me do this for you. I don't know what that's about, but oh, well, it would be good if I connected it. It really would. It would be so good to connect that. Let me just see what the heck all that commotion is. Sorry, guys. What's going on out there? Okay, so like if I can hear you while I'm live to where I have to pause the live to call you to see what's going on, that means it's no longer playing. It's entering the territory of mommy's gonna kick my ass. So tell me why my oldest answers my husband's phone to let me know that him and his brother are just playing. Yeah, I don't think so, dude. Okay. Okay. Melissa, I'm starting. I'm going to spin you very fast, okay? You're going to go up in frequency very high. We're going to exit this matrix, go all the way up. Breathe. You're going to spin even faster, okay?